At the beginning of the year, we launched a writer's workshop by focusing on when we write, why we write, and how we write. And we learned that, of course, in our school setting, there are very different and distinct types of writing we'll do. So we learned about narratives, literary essays, essays or opinion pieces in particular, and informational texts. Now, we've done some work with all of these different types of writing, and I know that we all probably had the kind that we enjoyed the most. So, here's my next challenge or assignment for you as writers. We're not going to do a literary essay because we're going to take the March essays that we wrote and work on revising those to make those the strongest literary essay pieces that we can. But you are invited to choose narrative, either an opinion or an informational type piece of writing to go with. I want you to choose what interests you. If you want to write a creative story, go for it. If you enjoyed researching something you're interested in and would like to write an informational text, go for it. If you have a strong opinion about something and you want to tell us how you feel, go for it. Here's all I ask. Remember that we learned that a good piece of writing really starts out with building that idea and planning what you're going to write first. Then we learned about organizing. Organizing writing so that it has a structure that flows and makes sense. Whether that's a sketch, an idea, a web, an organizer where you plan out paragraphs, that's up to you. But I think you learned that when you walk into drafting, having a plan makes a difference because the draft flows when you've got a plan to go with. Now, we did learn that some of the best writing work happens when we revise, when we go back and we really read it and we add and we change and we improve. Our sentence fluency becomes stronger. We choose better and more interesting words for our readers. And then finally, we've got to make sure that we use conventions that other readers respond to. Correctness in capitalization and punctuation is a must. We also need to make sure our grammar makes sense. When you read someone else's writing, this is always the first thing you notice as a reader. So you'll need to take care of that. If you remember then, we talked about what publishing is because my goal is for you to share something with us that you consider published. In other words, prepare your writing for others to read. So you can handwrite or you can type. We just want to make sure that you share something you enjoy writing about with us. So if you are interested in turning your writing into a book, I want to remind you that you can copy and use this template. You don't have to, but I want to make sure you know it's an option. Just remember with this choice writing piece to pick what you're interested in and have fun. I can't wait to see what you write.